Hello, everybody. We are going to go over my max effort upper body day today for Friday, August 15th. First off, this is kind of what I use for my not only my online coaching for my other clients, but for myself as well. Nice way to kind of track my lifts and things like that. Have a place to store all the videos versus on my camera roll taking up all that space. But anyway, going through these are all PRs because most of this is all of these are this is week one of the training block or cycle. So all of these are going to be PRs. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go through this. Today's session started off with banded face pull and banded tricep press downs just for a superset, more of like an activation more than anything. Kind of, I guess I can play these real quick, just rolling through them. 3x20. The band is like arbitrary weight, 50 pounds, and I just kind of know what it's talking about, 50 pounds and 25 pounds. So going through here, again, just kind of more just warming up, getting the upper back pumped up just a little bit here, and then going to go ahead and just roll down to the triceps. Same thing here, just getting the triceps warmed up, doing banded press downs, trying to hopefully get my lockout better, which you'll see here in a second. That is kind of where I had a sticking point on my reps, getting them here. Really was kind of focused on trying to still go all the way up and all the way down in those. So you kind of see I missed the lockout just a little bit there. But anyway, moving on through, did some med ball slams as well. For you that don't know, my goal is to dunk a basketball. That's what I'm trying to do for my current training goals. Though this is not like a super like jumping specific training day. Overall, just trying to get relative strength up and start including more explosive exercises to hopefully help my CNS kind of fire a little bit quicker. But anyway, rotational med ball slams. We're supposed to do throws, but for speed's sake, because this is a 9 p.m. session, so I had to try to go ahead and get this done pretty quick here. Just trying to rotate, slam very quickly, and just trying to have really just like quick rate of force development, whatever you want to kind of call it there. Right there, just rolling through those. We did 5 each side with a 10-pound med ball. So again, nothing too fancy. Wasn't really trying to focus on anything besides just slamming that ball as hard as I possibly could. Now we get into some of the, I guess, the bread and butter of the workout. Working up to a 1 rep max versus with the football bar versus chains. So this is the first set, or excuse me, the third set with 115. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit through my setup. And I've looked at these a little bit, but haven't watched too much. Going through there. That one moved really, really well. Did not have the OVR video on that, but if I remember correctly, that was in like the 0.4. So I made a pretty confident jump to 135 next. This is all barbell weight that I have recorded. There was also the option I could have put in like calculated the chain weight, but it's not too bad just because we're probably going to be very consistent with those chain weights throughout this cycle as of this time being. This is also my first conjugate program I've ran with, or not, well, yes, conjugate program, but also like first time using accommodating resistance. So that is also new for me. Anyway, next up we have 135. Again, I have the OVR system here, so we're actually going to go full screen so we can kind of see this. And I have the audio on. Oh, no, I do not. So anyway, we're going through here. I'm going to skip through that setup. Skip through. Here we go with this lift, punch, move pretty well, almost 0.4. And I had a goal set here at 0.35. Didn't quite, or I definitely got above that 0.35, but it was very close. But it moved really well. Gonna go ahead and watch that back to see if I see anything a little off. I felt pretty confident with that whole thing there. Excuse me just real quick. Okay, sorry. Anyway, we are going through this one more time just to see if I see anything. Again, this is also, I will just say for these videos, part of this is for me to get better at video feedback as well as for my clients, and well as also being able to see if I'm lifting correctly and just getting more practice at looking at lifts, critiquing lifts to hopefully make me a better coach in the long run. But again, we're going to check this out because I was pretty happy with this lift when I felt it. Yeah, okay. I didn't really see anything that I disliked there. However, this next lift moved very slow, is what you will see. This is 155. This was my top set, and as the head strength coach at UCM told me today, he said, let the sleeping dog lie today with the weight because nobody's weight was moving really well. We're going to go ahead and give this one a watch real quick. This one, when I remember doing it, it felt kind of off groove, and that's what I'm kind of looking for here. I'm going to watch this one here. Yeah, it just really slowed down there towards the top. I'm going to back that up just a little bit and actually going to slow it down to 0.5 speed. Yeah, so it was just kind of there at the top. So what I'm personally thinking is my triceps are just at that point just really stopped moving at that moment, like right there. Is that kind of that sticking point there? And I'm just thinking that's going to be triceps. And a lot of that will be that is kind of the conjugate program, is just working on those lockout type positions, triceps, back, hamstrings, glutes, stuff, things like that. That's going to be what kind of helps with those lockouts for the most part. And that's conjugate in a kind of wrapped up right there is just kind of training the weak points, right? And then all concurrently training together as well. That wasn't a great description of conjugate, but we're going to watch that one more time, erase those marks, just because I thought that was still like a good grindy rep. And I'm actually pretty happy with that, especially without having a spotter. I definitely think that that would be the fastest I would be able to go, or the heaviest I would be able to go that day, today, without feeling unconfident. That's why, again, why I stopped there. Definitely stopped right in time. So we're really trying to get to a 1 RM within 5 to 7, and I got on the 5th. So I made a little aggressive jumps here. I probably could have made smaller jumps, but anyway, moving on to our dumbbell bench 3-second eccentric. So with the training program, I can also add in different sets if I do different weights and stuff like that, like you've seen up here. I got a little overzealous, I will say, with the 40-pound and jump there, or 5-pound jump, I guess. I only got 12 on this last set, which was a little unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and just a few reps of this 40-pound set. This is the second set that I recorded here and did. Just a 3-second eccentric, 2, 3, and then just I paused a little at the bottom. My shoulder was feeling a little bit funky, my right shoulder, after the bench press. I don't know if it was because of that or just in general. My shoulders have been a little agitated as of recently, I guess, just due to like past things like that. But still trying to work around them. Just be smart. This actually felt really good. I cannot lie. I had a really good chest pump after this, especially after the heavy max effort bench with the football bar. But I was honestly getting pretty gassed out on these because most of our accessories are also supposed to be pretty up tempo, for like 45 to 60 seconds rest at the maximum. At least that's how I'm trying to keep them. So I got pretty fatigued after that second set where I jumped up to the 40 pounds, and that's probably why that third set I only got 12. I'm trying not to go to complete failure anymore because that's how I've been training as a bodybuilder for such a long time, and I know I don't really need to do that now when I'm going more for the strength side of things. But anyway, moving down, we just kind of record one set of these. I actually moved up to 45 because that first set felt a little light. Moved to 45s, and we'll watch a set right here. I'll spare you all watching me get set up in it. Just chest supported rows here with the dumbbells. Here, I was really thinking about lowering my shoulder blades at the top, trying to work on more of that like trap versus rear delts and things like that. More the mid back, I guess you could say. And these actually also felt really good, especially in that stretch position, just feeling my trap stretch out a lot there. And again, this is kind of just the full set right there. Nothing crazy. And I got ahead and did not do these. I didn't record these accessories. Not a big deal here. Again, I got a little excited with the 25 pounds, 12 reps, but partially could be because of it being 9 p.m. and my nutrition was not the best today, to be honest. So that could also play in an account. And I want to actually add in another metric here that I like to use for a lot of my clients is fatigue. And that's kind of something I could use to look back on, look at how the difficulty of sessions have been as of recently and stuff like that, and the duration, which I've been putting these in incorrectly. So I actually might need to go back and do those a little bit better. They were at hour 15 or 75 minutes and this was a 60-minute workout. So again, anyway, this has been the second video where I'm going to kind of do my own video feedback and then upload this to you all just to kind of show you how I do things but also practice for myself to hopefully improve as a coach, an online coach and coach in general, and just get better at critiquing training. So besides that, thank you for watching. And if you are interested in online coaching, either send it in a comment, shoot me a comment down below, or also follow me on Instagram. So thank you for watching once again. I will see you in the next one.